If you watched the Tour de France this July, you saw just how important active recovery is. When Chris Froome and the other contenders crossed the finish line after huge days in the mountains, they didn't sit down and put their feet up. They hopped on the trainer, taking advantage of the time between finish line and podium ceremony to actively recover their legs with an easy spin. For us mere mortals trying to get the most out of a busy schedule, hopping on the bike for another 30 minutes for an easy spin after a tough ride is not really an option. For most of us, that means we're not recovering sufficiently to get the most out of the next day's ride. That's where this secret weapon comes in, MarcPro. With MarcPro and MarcPro Plus, we've found active recovery can be done more effectively and more conveniently than any other method. Recovery is simply moving waste left over from muscle exertion and replacing it with nourishment. Garbage out, groceries in. The only way to do this is to contract your muscles you just worked out. What MarcPro does is create a strong but non-fatiguing muscle contraction. Place the 2 adhesive electrodes on the muscle to be recovered and turn the dial on the machine to find a solid level of contraction. With 2 channels, both legs can be recovered at once. Initially it feels odd, but it's never painful and eventually it becomes quite relaxing. Of course, the obvious question is, who really needs this? When you're trying to win the Tour de France, it makes perfect sense. But what if you don't ride that hard, aren't experiencing pain, or a lot of discomfort? Well, chances are you don't know what you are missing. If you're approaching 40 or 50 and assumed you were just slowing down with age, your body likely needs more recovery than it used to. Recovery you aren't giving it. The bottom line is you're leaving performance on the table. The biggest lesson we've learned from using MarcPro is that recovery needs to be an important part of every workout, not just when you're sore or in pain. The legs feel better so you can dig deeper on the bike day after day, which creates exponential fitness benefits. Even if you aren't trying to win the Tour de France, riding faster and farther is just more fun. And that's why active recovery with MarcPro has become an integral part of so many riders' workouts.